There's no problem that cannot be solved with neutrality. There's no problem that cannot be solved with neutrality. Being neutral is so incredibly powerful. There is no problem that cannot be solved with neutrality. So neutrality is such an interesting place to stand because we're really, as sort of personal development types, we're very focused on not being against things. We're hypersensitive to being against things because we can feel the negativity that occurs and the resistance that happens as we push against something. I don't like that. That's not for me. That's no good. Blah, blah, blah. So there's a feeling there we don't like. So we're pretty good in general as spiritual/personal development types at not diving into things that we're against. But the thing that I have noticed is that a lot of us don't realize how becoming for something is often just an enlightened way of being against something else. So when I'm talking to you or asking you to be neutral, when I say there's no problem that can't be solved with neutrality, what I'm saying is that neutrality opens up an entire new realm of resourcefulness because you're not for anything and you're not against anything. Does that mean that you're an uncommitted oaf? Absolutely not. You're committed, but you're not attached, which is different. When you're for something, when I say for, not against, both of those are referring to an emotional investment. So the meaning that gets created about being for something, that meaning itself actually causes you to be against something else. So we're committed to something, we're not attached to whether it occurs. We don't need it to happen. We would like it to happen, it's our preference, but we're willing to let life be exactly as it is. We're neutral. We're willing to accept it exactly as it is now, even though we have the desire to change it. We don't let the desire become sort of a superficial survival situation. And that's really what happens. We get excited about something, we want to make something happen, but the thing that we want to make happen suddenly becomes an attachment, and attachment itself is causing us to be against something else. So I don't want this to happen, or I need this to happen because I want this, I want this, I want this, and therefore if it doesn't happen, I won't get this or that or this or that or this or that. And now there's an emotional entanglement that occurs. And we've got to release any of those emotional entanglements whatsoever. Neutrality is the key. This is the request that I have for you this week. There's no problem that can't be solved with neutrality. Not for or against anything, not needing anything. Totally unattached to the outcome, yet committed to creating what it is that you want to create. It's an interesting place to live. It's a dance. It's dynamic. You're not necessarily going to master it in 1 week, but it's a place that you want to work towards getting.